Good afternoon and welcome to the Francis A. Sheldon Court in Tulalip, Washington. I'm here joined by my guy, Matt Tate. How's it feel to be here, Matt?
Oh, it's always good to be back in the booth. You know, I get a chance to do a little basketball, fill in here and there when they need a guy, and I love being up here with you especially, and Diamante's not too bad himself, but just a good chance to be in the booth and watch our girls compete tonight.
Yeah, that guy's on vacation. You know, we all got to take time for vacation. I believe right now we'll be starting here momentarily. We're going to do the sportsmanship handshake. But I believe we will start with possibly a national anthem. Coaches and players lining up here as we are gearing up for our start.
Oh, I'm sorry. We are not the Tomahawks here. We are Tulalip Heritage. Let's go!
A little bit of a mispronunciation of Heritage Hawks here, but
I think he's having some technical difficulties with the microphone there, trying to get it to work.
The Lobos.
That is not our mic. We're ready to go. Tulalip TV
We are.
is set up, ready. I saw the trailer pulling at about 1:30, 2 o'clock.
Yep.
These guys roll in here. It always amazes me to be a part of a production crew like this and how lucky we are. We're top notch.
yeah, seeing the production crew and how many people are involved in this is, I think, what gets me. Just like the amount of bodies that are here just to get this stream going. And when I was actually getting here in the morning, we were setting up and we were backing up the trailer. But I had to move a dumpster out of the way. You never think that's something you have to do.
Oh my goodness. Got to move the dumpster, huh?
Yeah.
Get a hold of those waste management guys and tell them that's a no parking zone.
Introductions to our visitor team.
I believe we were doing introductions, so I'll let these do their introductions.
Number 1. Number 3, Ruby Sossley. Number 5, Danny Arnold. Number 6, Mason Savage. Number 8, Lyric Reed. Number 14, Amaya Poole. Number 17, Betty Burt. Number 22, Kylie Williamson. Number 26, Elsie Kieran. Number 35, Elenita Rodriguez. Coach Carrie Warner.
Carrie Warner.
Now for our home, Tulalip Heritage. Number 1, Isabella Alvini. Number 2, Brandon Hitchcock. Number 3, Kelowna Firebird. Number 4, Aiden Martin Williams. Number 5, Madison Sheldon. Number 6, Elani Lewis. Number 8, Janisha Staku. Number 9, Amelia Frazier. Number 11, Lily Jefferson. Number 12, Mira Martin Williams. Number 19, Della Dumont. Number 20, Layla Hayes. Our coaches are Katia Brown, Jan Ray, assistant coach, and Cynthia Miles, assistant coach.
We are just moments away from starting here. If you're now just tuning on Tulalip TV, on the favorite place you like to stream. So we have not forgot about you guys.
We will start off with our pledge of allegiance. pledge allegiance All right, are you guys ready to play some volleyball? Let's get this thing off and rolling.
Here we go, the official word. Sportsmanship, handshake, volleyball tradition.
A beautiful tradition.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, we don't really see this in basketball or football necessarily, girls and boys. But so it's really cool to see the, like I always say, and it's cool to see the sportsmanship. Fans here, ready to support their Heritage Hawks.
I think this is the only sport where the teams shake hands before the match, before the competition.
I believe the Heritage Hawks will start the serve. The home team will get the starting serve. So also no coin toss or anything in volleyball.
Ah, another volleyball fun fact.
Yeah, no coins involved.
First year head coach Katia Brown. I haven't really been following the volleyball team that closely. You know, the start of school, working in the school, as we were talking a little bit before the broadcast. The first month is always kind of a whirlwind, get everybody back into the groove of things. So, but I have heard really positive things about our sportsmanship attitude, and I'm a big believer in attitude and effort. And if we're doing those two things well, I think it's a win already for the season for the girls.
Yeah, just like in anything, I feel like in volleyball, rotation is a big thing. Like figuring that whole rotation out, just like in other sports, definitely something that takes some time. So with that, the Lopez Island will actually get the first point of the night, moving on to an ace. Here, Lopez will go up 2-0. Notice on your bottom left if it is taking a couple seconds to update. Scoreboard is live, 2-0.
And just a review on some of the volleyball rules we play under currently at the high school level. It's a rally score system. Every time the ball goes up, no matter whichever team is serving, there is a point on the table, if you will. So you'll see the score change no matter who is serving compared to old school. For those of you that are new to volleyball or just tuning in for the first time and haven't watched high school volleyball in a while.
I believe actually this is the first time I've seen this many volleyball players for the Heritage program.
Yeah, you know, you sit 6 on the floor right now with 7 on the bench, 8 on the bench, so 14 girls. Makes it really nice for practice. Obviously, you can run full scrimmages when you got a team that large, which inevitably will help the program in the long run. So really happy to see that. Good job, Katia Brown.
Getting them out there, getting them involved. Lopez up 3 as number 3 for Lopez Island will start. This Ruby Sauceman on the serve. Heritage does a good job of getting the points over. Lily gets a great deflect.
Get hit by Madison there.
Lopez gets it. Attacks the middle pocket for Heritage here. Just gets it right in the middle of the zone. Had a good volley going there.
Yeah, that was a great series there. Great volley just out of the reach of Amelia Frazier.
Ruby Sauceman will serve. That will be an ace for Lopez Island. Lopez Island, a far school from Heritage. Took a ferry to get here, actually.
Living that island life. Sometimes I wonder what that would be like to grow up on an island.
Especially over in Lopez, too. Definitely heard a lot of things about Lopez. We used to play them, I believe, in when we played here senior year basketball, we went to Lopez twice.
Oh, man.
Yeah, so that was a long season.
Must have been once for regular season and once for a playoff game or something.
Played them many times in the division. Tulalip using all 3 hits. Does not seem to make it over. That will be Lopez, making it 8-1.
One thing I'm noticing early on here is a significant improvement in our passing ability. They're really under control, good high passes, which makes it easier for the setter to get underneath of it. Oh, right off the face of number 8, Janisha Freiberg-Zacuse.
I think Janisha was just anticipating it to probably drop a little bit later than it did, and it kind of had like a different backspin to it there. The Hawks will make a substitution. Number 6, Elani Freiberg, Green Lewis will sub out for number 3, Helena Freiberg, and number 1, Isabella Ivonen subs in as well to serve.
I think I may be mistaken, but I think Isabella might be a first-year player. I don't think she played on the volleyball team last year.
Okay, new faces coming to the program. Tulalip,
Good job to keep the rally alive by Rayleigh Lewis.
great defense. Sets it up for her teammates. Just out. Number 5, Madison Sheldon, just hit a little too hard out of bounds.
Definitely seeing Rayleigh as a senior leader there, almost establishing herself as the heartbeat of this team. I don't know if we'll see her come off the court very much.
Ball will be out of bounds. That will be Tulalip's point. Tulalip 3, Lopez 9. As they rotate, number 9, Amelia Frazier, who is a junior, will serve. Ball goes up. Lopez looks to attack.
Good effort by Madison.
Almost
in the
counts.
bleachers.
Some great effort there. You're right, Madison going basically into the bleachers to get that one. Also, Rayleigh following, just showing a lot of effort there.
And she's a freshman. Nothing, no meaning there, but she's a freshman. But she is a fierce competitor. I get the opportunity to watch her play at lunchtime. She comes out and plays basketball with the. She's mixing it up with the boys and taking the boys. Like, she ain't afraid of them. I love her competitive spirit, good attitude. We have developed a pretty decent relationship, giving her a hard time back and forth. But yeah, she suckered me in here a couple weeks ago. Took like 3 steps behind the 3-point line at lunch and was like, "Hey, Kit Kat bar," and I was like, "Oh, whatever. Yeah, here we go." Made it, drained it. Ended up buying the girl a king-size Kit Kat bar. I told her, "No more. You're not hustling me."
At
again."
least you paid up. Some
Oh, yeah.
people would have walked away.
No.
You know, a funny story about her. I doubt she remembers this, but it was actually last year, and she was sitting right next to the booth, and she was getting really into it against the opposing basketball team. And I think her mom was telling her, "Well, you'll be out there next year. We'll get to see you play." So I'm excited to see her play this year for basketball. Lopez attacks just with a soft push over there. Lily does a great job getting it over. Lopez almost looked like they did a fake attack there.
Yeah, a little look to set and just kind of tip it over. But we were ready for it. The girls responded well.
Number 14 for Lopez will serve. That will be Amelia Poole. Her first time serving tonight. That will be a point for the Lobos. Almost an ace, but the ace is actually when it just directly goes onto the court when no one touches it.
Yep.
So Kalona Freiberg will sub out as Elani comes in. Poole just out of bounds.
Good job by Amelia there to let that go. You know, with this rally scoring, the score is 12-6 Lopez right now, but it can change in a hurry. The scoring is exciting. I feel like a much more exciting scoring concept. You know, you may think that this game is appearing to be running away for Lopez, but it can change, and so I hope our Lady Hawks can pull it out. Get a few in a row as we see a hard hit ball right at Rayleigh, unable to handle that one.
There'll be a substitution for the Lobos as number 5, Danny Airnot comes in. for Lopez is number 17, Betty Burt will serve.
Good job by Rayleigh there to understand it's the third hit and to get it over. Kind of a backwards pass over her head to land that one in is an excellent volleyball play.
Great positioning by Tulalip here. You can just see on the replay, just in the right place at the right time. Gets the ball over. Right in the sweet spot.
Lily with a strong serve. Ace.
Big point for Tulalip to make it a 5-point game, and they're still serving here. The comeback is coming alive as number 11, Lily Jefferson with the serve. Ball is in the air. Lopez looks to respond. They get the
Great
ball
job,
over.
ladies.
Lopez rallies back. Elani sets. Madison. Close call.
Everything was going the right direction until we crossed the center line there into the net. But if you notice, good pass. A lot of our passes are right to the middle, which makes it easy for the setter to do their job. As I was commenting earlier, much improved Heritage Hawks volleyball program.
Looks like Amia was the server for Lopez, or Amaya. Madison off. Elani with the diving effort for Tulalip Heritage. One thing I've noticed with Tulalip Heritage, just in the second game we've announced this season, is just the positioning they're ready for on the serves since last game. Seem to be in the right spots. Last game, I feel like they were just kind of attacking certain zones. Tulalip doing a great job of being in the right places.
Well, and I think I overheard head coach Katia Brown before we got started on the broadcast talking about some of the new rotations they've been working on in practice, and it looks like it's working for them. So implementing what they learned in practice into a game is always a challenge sometimes with new things, but they're doing really well.
Depth perception's a huge thing in this game, I think. You know, you see the ball drop down into you. You never know if it's going to go over the net. It's hard to figure out. A very difficult sport. Volleyball's flying, hardwood. It's not a gentle sport.
No, not a gentle sport.
Ruby Sossman to serve.
Good job by O'Mealy there to clear that ball out of there.
That will be inbounds. Point for the Lopez Island Lobos. Tulalip down 11, trying to climb back in this first set. We are live here from Francis J. Sheldon in Tulalip. Lopez with the serve. Be another point for the Lopez Island Lobos.
Really a good effort there by Rayleigh to try and get and make that set. Kind of a hard spot to set from, but the effort definitely was there.
Ruby Sossman with the serve, Lily with the first hit. Lopez looking to use all three of their hits here. Looks this one will be far back, making it Lopez 21, Tulalip 8.
Lopez definitely with the size advantage in tonight's matchup. Those three girls in the front row are, and even the serving one right now, probably 3 or 4 inches taller than our girls, which is an advantage obviously in this sport. But our girls are doing a great job of staying with them and competing.
Great effort here
by Madison there.
What an effort there by Tulalip. Just all 3 great hits to set up the point here. See here on the replay, Elani gets it up, then Lily's there, and then Madison pushes it right over the net, right into the right spot.
And then we didn't get a chance to see, but the smiles on their faces, the hold the breath, and then the smiles after it hit the ground were priceless, right?
The energy that is brought by this team this season has been Amazing to see as the net goes over. Tulalip. Points are being scored here at Francis J. Sheldon as the Hawks are climbing back in this game. Down 11 points here on the replay. You could just see the ball just tip-top right over the net. After the 2 points, Lopez looks to respond.
Violation on
Hitting the net.
into the net.
There was some confusion there. Lily kind of looked at the line judge like, what was the point? I hit the ball here. Lopez, Madison with the first hit. Rayleigh gets it over. Lopez looking to use all 3 of their hits. Lily skyrockets. Rayleigh to Madison. Deflected. Number 22, Kyla Williamson gets the deflection and the point for Lopez Island. Kylie will also serve it and convert to make it 23-11.
We played at 25 here. I believe it's win by 2. Correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Win by 2 here. Ball's up in the air. Rayleigh looks to set. Gets the ball over for Tulalip. Lopez. Lily keeps the ball up. Kylona just goes past her left wrist. Number 3, Kylona Freiberg, a junior for Tulalip Heritage, a returning player as well. Hawks point to make it a 12-point game. Also game point for Lopez. The table will need to be run to come back in this first set. It will be point Hawks after hitting the net there by Lopez Island. Amelia Frazier, junior out of Tulalip, to start the comeback run. Lopez gets it over. Ball is put in the air. Kylona there, goes back to Frazier. Lopez gets it over. Madison there. Rayleigh. Madison sends it. Or, apologies, Isabella. Sends it. That will be Lopez winning the first set. We'll be back with the second set. Football, other fall sports are happening here at Tulalip Heritage, so be sure to tune in.
A lot of the kids that are currently in high school right now that I'm going to coach, I had coached at some point in time through the youth program. Out here we have a lot of talented kids. It's pretty special to come back and be able to coach them at that next level. So over the last 14 years, a majority of my time has been at the 8th grade level, high school as a JV defensive coordinator under Coach Brandon Carson. And then the next year under Coach Dalton Schwetz, who they brought in, I was the varsity defensive coordinator. After that, I went down to Archbishop Murphy under Joe Cronin, and I ended up running the special teams, and then I also did defensive coordinator for the JV. So this year we're bringing in a whole new staff, including myself, top down. Our coaching staff is going to consist of 7 coaches, myself being the head coach. Our offensive coordinator is going to be Tim Green. He is a Nia Bay product. He was a stud in the day when he played. His dad is currently the head coach out there. We have Drew Hatch, community guy, community member. Everybody knows Drew. Stud MP guy, went on to play a little bit at Oregon State. Now he's going to be our defensive coordinator. Really excited to have him on. We have a D-line guy that's going to help him out, which a lot of people know, in Quentin Jan Wagner. Ran 3-3 stack out of Arlington. knows a lot about what we're going to do up front, stunts and blitzes, things like that. So he's going to bring a lot of high energy. The offensive side underneath Tim will have an O-line guy, another community member, and Joe Zacchius. Joe played Marysville Pilchuck, and then Stacy Robinson. Stacy Robinson comes in as a wide receivers coach, but most importantly, he brings a lot of strength and conditioning. Most people call it special teams. We call it special forces. Matt Moses is going to head that up for us this year. This guy, again, another high energy guy. He's all over the field, which is exactly what's needed for a special forces coordinator. Something that we're really excited about moving forward is the fact that our community is so tight. To have parents, to have grandparents, to have aunties, to uncles, cousins, and everybody out supporting us is huge, and we love it. We love to see it. Anytime that they can get involved, anytime that they can come down, like we accept that. We want that type of environment. That's how we're going to grow. We'll grow on the field, X and O's, with our IQ and our physicality and things like that. But if we truly want to be successful, the support of our community is going to be huge.
Hawks on three. 1, 2, 3. Hawks! Let's go.
Take it. Always like to see the fall sports here in Tulalip. Volleyball, football being the two biggest ones here of the program for the athletes that decide to play. Always like to shout out to the other sports, even when we're in football. We like to highlight volleyball, vice versa.
Yeah, definitely important to give all the sports representation there. Big football game last Friday, just to kind of continue off that video. I did not get a chance to attend as I got my own son playing high school football now. Do you have a recap of the game?
I do know that Tulalip won by a landslide. I don't know the specific number off the top of my head, but to see that they're undefeated to start the season, very cool to see. We will also be hosting Charles Wright this upcoming Friday at Tulalip Heritage, I believe at 7 o'clock. But back to volleyball, this is your Tulalip Heritage Hawks volleyball roster.
And as you look at that roster, there are lots of freshmen, sophomore, pretty well evenly distributed.
Also,
not a lot of seniors, so that's a good thing for the future.
Also, remember the National Day of Remembrance Boarding School Awareness Gathering, Tuesday, September 30th. That is tomorrow at Tulalip Gathering Hall. Attire, traditional regalia, and orange clothing encouraged.
I would imagine that would be 5 p.m., 6 p.m. I don't see a time on.
I believe, yes, 5 p.m. I believe it will be after work.
Yep.
Don't quote us on that, so if you show up and no one's there, don't come for Dom and Matt. We're trying here too.
Better early than late, right?
Yeah.
You'll be first in the line for food.
Yeah.
First in line to get a seat.
Yep. And I believe actually last year I went, they give out shirts.
Yep.
So,
I did hear that this morning.
Yeah, so if you get there, you can get there early and get some shirts. Lopez to start it off, and we'll start with the point after the ball was just off the upper wrist of number 9, Amelia Frazier. Lopez will take the first point.
Well, I know there's been a few weeks of practice also, gathering for culture nights and stuff like that, where the community's gathered in preparation for tomorrow's events, to Day of Remembrance. Very important day in Indian country, across the states and up into Canada.
Betty Burt makes it 2-0 for the Lopez Island Lobos. They try to go over 3. And they will. It will be 3-0 to start us off here in the second set. We are updating here on your bottom left. The score is 3 Lopez, Tulalip 0.
I know to kind of continue on the boarding school topic, Urbana, Little Eagle, and Marina Benally have worked incredibly hard to prepare a pretty in-depth packet for our students to really do their learning there around the National Day of Remembrance. And tomorrow is going to be a unique, kind of a non-traditional day, but deservedly so, obviously. So we have lots of different activities. I think watching a movie, doing some other things for students. So it'll be a great day tomorrow at school for the kids, and kind of summarize and culminate the project they've been working on for the last week and a half, 2 weeks.
definitely something, and always really neat to see the community come together. Lopez, 3, Tulalip, 3, after the replay here. Ray Lee to serve. Ray Lee Freiberg-Lewis, who is a senior for Tulalip Heritage, just sends it a little past the line. That will be Lopez's ball.
Well, I have some rather enthusiastic student fans to my right here, and I told them, I said, if you're going to yell that loud, I might have to give you a shout out on the camera and pan to you. And they didn't really like the idea of being panned to, but the night is not over yet.
Yeah.
I won't name names yet. But it's good to see our kids out supporting their friends, getting excited about volleyball.
Yeah, volleyball, it brings the energy. I remember I actually was in college, and one of the first things somebody asked me to go do is go watch a volleyball game. And I was like, I was really used to the high school atmosphere, and not as many people would go. I went to this volleyball match. It was sold out. It was electric, and I'm slowly starting to see more people gather into the stands here in Tulalip over the volleyball, and it's a great game to watch.
It's funny you share a very similar story that I have in my freshman year at WSU, and I'm pretty sure you were there when Jen Greeny was the head coach at WSU, and they were good. They were really, really good during her tenure there, and she's since moved on to West Virginia or something. But Jen and her husband Burdette, my wife and I actually babysat their kids when I was in college.
Whoa!
So small town community there. We got to know the community of Pullman, but. Yeah, you were there during the volleyball heyday.
It was a cool time to see volleyball, very electric.
Yeah, the atmosphere of D1 volleyball, and I was the one that prompted my group of friends to go to volleyball. They kind of looked at me funny, and I was like, "Hey, you will never have seen anything like this." Because it's fast-paced, intense. You pack a small gym full of a bunch of crazy fans, and really a cool atmosphere.
I believe it was in the gym nearest the Stripe Parham College dorm. So I don't think it was the big basketball coliseum. So you're right, it just packed everybody in there.
Yeah, they played it in Bowler Gym, which was a smaller venue, maybe the size of MP's big gym, comparatively speaking. And then you got a Division I volleyball team playing in in front of a packed house. It got loud, very loud.
It's kind of like what UNC does for basketball. They, they have like that tight-knit heritage, getting the ball over.
It's really, if you have the opportunity to be on a college campus during a playoff run, or a team that's really doing well. I don't think there's a lot that compares to that atmosphere, especially the Cougs haven't always been good at things, and so when the Cougs get good at things, then everybody comes out, right?
Yeah. Like, where did this guy come from?
Yeah. Where did all these people come from?
Lopez gets the point, makes it a 5-point game. There will be a substitution. Number 1 will come in for the Lopez Island Lobos, who is Ellie Patrick. Also, number 3 will come out for Lopez as number 26, Elsie Hearing. Number 1 will serve. Will be out of bounds. Tulalip will take over and serve themselves as number 1, Isabella. Actually, I apologize, Isabella will not be serving. Number 9, Amelia Frazier, who's a junior, will be serving. Lopez trying to get involved here. Pylona gets it over, snipes it.
We're doing an excellent job here, and the one thing I am noticing, it appears that our back row seems to be creeping up towards that 10-foot line. I'm by no means a volleyball expert, but I do know sports, and spacing and covering your areas is important. I don't know if that's something that Coach Katia Brown will address, but it just appears that some of those balls that are just barely in our girls can't get a good play on as the sets and the volley continues. They seem to creep closer and closer to the net, which rightly so. Who doesn't want to be in the middle of the action, right?
Yeah, I think something with like in volleyball, the zones are a little bit more difficult, I feel like sometimes than basketball. Lopez will go over.
We had a minor, what appeared to be a technical difficulty, but it appears it's back on.
Just a little bit of a hiccup here as Lopez will now serve 13-6. Rayleigh looks to set, does not get over. Lopez will still keep possession.
You know, as I mentioned at the beginning of the broadcast, the professional crew. I mean, I think what is there, 12 guys running this crew today, 11 guys to make this production happen. So it's definitely thankful for the guys in the trailer that give us the feedback and get all the camera angles and direct them and create the highlights and the replays and all the stuff in the background. Can't go without giving them a shout out.
Yeah, I got to give a shout to my guy Cody. You know, he's backing up the trailer, getting it up ready here. Rayleigh goes, gets it over. I could do personal shouts for everybody, but I think I'll be here a long time. Just like I'll be here for this set as Madison. Just short. Just short there, like I said, though. Personal shout-outs, I think I'd be going for a long time.
Della Dumont with her first touch of the night, number 19 freshman.
Heritage gets it going. Lopez hits it way far, almost to Matt.
Yeah, I almost reached out and caught that.
Heritage now only down 9.
And I just had this thought as I was commenting on the improved skills that I've noticed from last year to this year. I do lunch supervision most days when I'm here. Teachers get their lunch, and with my role in the school, I just happen to be the lunch supervisor. I've had to go get more volleyballs this year. Like, had to go find volleyballs because we have, you know, these groups of girls and guys, you know, during lunchtime or our PE time. So maybe the extra work they're putting in during the day is providing the fruit on the court. I just had that thought, like, you know what, I've been going to get more volleyballs, and it's paying dividends here in front of us tonight.
Yeah, very much so. Look, people are diving on the court. Elani, diving effort there. You know, those lunchtime efforts, I got to say, those reps at lunch are different than practice reps. I don't know what it is. Actually, a couple of classmates of mine, I remember just seeing them go at it. We had a classmate who would he didn't play on the basketball team, and he didn't want to. He just looked forward to lunchtime basketball. That was his season. So he was ready all lunch.
That was his time to shine.
He would eat his food in probably 5 minutes, and he was waiting to play.
The best one is when I get kids and I'm like, did you eat lunch today? No. You were in the gym? Yeah, I just went and played basketball. I just went and did. I'm like, well, we got, or they'll wait till the very end of lunch and then be like, hey Matt, can we go get lunch? You've had 35 minutes to get some food. Like, and I don't care if you get your food, set it on the bleachers, and take it to class with you. Like,
yeah,
you've had time to get lunch. But we always make sure kids get lunch. If your kid's hungry, I've walked many of kids after lunch to make sure they're eating and bodies are well fueled and nourished.
That's good. I remember there in high school times, that will be a point for Lopez. But in those times, there used to have like double lunches back in my day. Back in my day, I'm certain.
Back in your day.
Yeah, back in my day.
You're not quite old enough to say that yet, though.
What were lunches like for you? Did you guys have double lunches?
We had 3.
What?
3 and 2 cafeterias at MP.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
so you're skipping class, going to multiple lunches?
No, I never did that. Don't start putting out rumors there. I was a well-behaved student. I had plenty of friends that found their way to second and third lunch and didn't make fourth period. But if you were gonna skip, like I can't remember the periods exactly, but if you were going to skip, like you had first lunch, if you were going to skip and hang out at second lunch, you had to stay till third lunch and just be absent for the whole period because you couldn't walk into fourth period like halfway through, right? So
they tried to rig the system so it wouldn't be. I mean, it's smart.
Yeah. So
Number 17 for Lopez will serve Betty Burt. Her second time serving. Elani, wearing the libero uniform, is the defensive specialist, they would say.
And that's the second time Rayleigh's had that reverse, pass over the net, hits it deep, scores a point for her team just like that. It looks like she's practiced that.
Yeah.
Like that's just textbook. So
it goes in the right spot every time.
Yeah.
Like the first time I seen it, I felt like it was just kind of like, oh, that's just the positioning she was in. But now, like you said, it just seems like it's the go-to there. Number 19, Della Dumont, who's a freshman, sets us off. Ball goes up to Lobos, will score to make it 23-9.
Yeah, we actually have, speaking of lunches, we have four total lunches within 2 high schools and the middle school throughout the day. We eat lunch at 10:40. It's pretty early.
That is an early lunch.
Yeah.
But then you're dismissed at 2:30?
Yeah, 2:45.
2:45.
Yeah.
And start
8 a.m.
Okay.
Yep.
26, Elsie Hearing hits it to Lily. Tulalip does it twice, goes over. They will score.
Game point for Lopez there on that rally. The Lady Hawks step up and say, not right now.
Heritage doing a good job of trying to keep the momentum here in the second set. Lily will serve. Will get a mulligan.
Yeah, I don't even know what you would call that. I know you can toss it up, and if you don't like your toss, you can let it hit the floor as long as you don't make an attempt forward with your other hand.
Okay.
And I think you get 1 or 2 of those, and you have to serve by the third one or something.
Lopez will take this. Lopez 25, Tulalip 10. Lopez up 2-0 in the sets. First to 3 here. As we are moments away from starting set 3 here in about 2 minutes and 55 seconds. So get your food ready for the next set. Per month. Go check it out. October 4th, 11th, and 23rd. Financing must qualify for the HUD 184 home loan or pay cash. Must be Tulalip child member to apply.
I actually looked at that.
I mean, I did.
I looked it up when I saw the advertisement.
Also, a special presentation by Dr. Sandy Whitehawk, author of A Child of the Indian Race, A Story of Return, Tuesday, October 7th, 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. Season of Healing 2025. Also, our ancestors have always walked with you. Join us to discuss the draft comprehensive plan. When? The second and fourth Wednesday of each month. Where? At the admin building, room 162. Don't get lost. Remember, room 162 at the admin building. Food and refreshments will be provided. We hope to see you there.
Tap me in the shoulder.
I almost did.
Like, hey, you got this.
Oh, I was about to roll.
Yeah, you were on a roll. Oh, there we go. There's our fan crew just to the right of us.
There we go.
Tegan Shotbell, Chanel Guzman. I just let them know they're on camera dancing. I don't know if they like that. All right, here we go. Tulalip Heritage Hawks volleyball. The cheerleaders, Katie Wilson, Tessa Bird-Kona, Angela Candy Mosqueda, Haley Mae Enoch, Tegan Shotbell, the Dancing Queen, Azalea Mosqueda, Ileana Spencer-Williams, Isabel Spencer-Williams, and Jesslyn Reese. as you see below there, the long list of our Tulalip Hawks Nest Booster Club supporters. Just a huge shout out to the aunties that run the Hawks Nest. Higher Education Open House coming up Thursday, October 2nd from 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. Get down there and take advantage of the opportunities. I know both Dom and I have taken advantage of those incredible opportunities that were laid out by our ancestors. My grandpa's generation for sure did not have these, and I don't think my parents' generation had it. So really strongly encourage you to get down there and learn about higher education options. That doesn't mean just college. Lots of resources there and some free snacks and prizes.
Yeah, I think that's a big thing, you know, not just traditional college what people think, you know, if there's something to be learned, there's opportunities. And always remember, keep your options alive.
Yeah, you know, and I mean, I obviously have these kind of conversations with students in the school. My job is internship coordinator, but that there's a lot of things I do. Counseling role, some disciplinarian role if I have to. Lunch supervision, which I told you, which actually is the funnest part of the day for me, I think. I really enjoy. You get to see the kids in a different element. But we have lots of conversations with kids about finding your passion, finding your interests, whether that's a trade school, whether that's a 4-year degree, whether that's just going into the workforce after high school, and maybe taking advantage of things later on. But yeah, definitely the higher education team does a great job there. And I know they're continually trying to build and communicate and get more people involved. They have a significant budget, and I mean, I think they would like to go to the board year after year and ask for more of a budget, because that means more of our membership is taking advantage of those opportunities.
Yeah, definitely higher education is always a great opportunity for someone to advance. And especially financially, sometimes that's the biggest hurdle for most is, you know, when they go to college, it's like, oh, you know, I'm struggling with this payment, you know, and to eliminate one of the biggest hurdles that you'll face. I'm not saying it's the only or the most prominent, but it definitely can help you.
Yeah, definitely. I had lots of friends of mine that went to college that were, you know, $50,000, $60,000 in the student loan debt. I mean, that was ages ago, 15, 20 years ago. But now, even nowadays, a college education is upwards of $200,000 over the 4 years by the time you calculate and factor in, you know, living expenses, tuition, all those things, books, those things there. I may be a little bit high on that 4-year number, but it's nothing to really be shy about. And if you can start out, like it allowed me to buy a house very early on, because I didn't have that debt looming over my head, where other friends of mine were, you know, they were making a significant mortgage payment to pay off their student loans. So, and you really talked about higher education not meaning just college. I mean, there's heavy equipment operator schools, there's trade schools, we have some students from Heritage that are down in Phoenix at a car tech school type of a situation. They're learning all about motors and engines. And looks like a little bit of a collision there, and Lily Jefferson comes up just laughing about it. That is a testament to the positive attitude of this team and the bond that they have together. Rayleigh kind of holds her hands on her head, but they're just laughing about it out here. Just girls want to have fun, right?
Yes, very much. The season to be remembered as one of the most fun seasons I think I've ever seen here for volleyball for the Tulalip Heritage Hawks. And to see them having this great of a time in this sport is very nice to see, as, you know, something can be taken so serious and, you know, at another level, but to see that they are still taking it serious and having a great time. As Lopez and Tulalip are tied, they have an intense volley going. Rayleigh sets, gets the ball over for Heritage, will take the lead of the third set here. After each shot is scored, Tulalip always huddles together and seems to have some positive words. You can see here on the replay, just does a great job of getting the ball over. Tulalip will miss, and this game will be tied 3-3. Lopez still up 2 sets. They are at the point where if they score one more set or win the next set, the game will be over, but Tulalip is not giving up anytime soon. Ayla Martin Williams, who's a junior,
with
scores.
a celebration.
Huge ace celebration.
Huge ace celebration.
No one even gets to it. Tulalip does a great job. Celebration time for them. Ace for Tulalip. There'll be a substitution as number 8, Janisha Freiberg-Zacchius will come in for Kylona Freiberg, who is a junior. Number 4, Ayla Martin-Williams. Number 6 for Lopez Island Lobos will serve Mason. They will score to go up 2 points here. Mason Sathel. And remember, guys, I am going off a handwritten thing for Lopez, so if I mispronounce or miss a letter, please be patient with me here.
I will confirm that. Dom has his iPhone out. You should see him magnifying in, magnifying out, magnifying in, magnifying out to make sure he can see the names of the opponents here. Looks like we have a question from the officials. Yeah, I don't think our dancing student fan section is happy about them being on the video, but it's totally fine. We call that character building.
Yep.
You choose to do things that'll attract attention, and then you're in a audience like this, then the camera will find you.
It's like going to a Mariners game.
Yeah, right.
You know, you're if you're there and they see you're doing something cool, you're gonna be on the dance cam.
Yeah, exactly. The dance cam.
Yeah.
That would be, if we could get a dance cam for basketball season.
We might need one.
Hey, all great ideas come from the broadcast booth, right, Tom?
Our graphics guy is probably just like, oh man, these guys, jeez. Dance cam now, Tom?
Yep, dance cam.
Madison gets it.
Just outside of the pylon there, even though it went over the net, outside of the pylon.
Close game here in the third set. Mason will serve. Great touch to the ball there. Madison gets it. Will be out. Just coasted right past the white line there.
You could definitely tell there was strategy there to find where they weren't. Just missed, just off the mark. But I like how she set her shoulders and her hips, and she knew what she was trying to do. Which, in most all athletics, if you're making an effort to do something, sometimes the physical errors you can't always control.
Lopez uses all 3 hits to get it over Rayleigh. Just sets up Janisha. Just looks to see like it went off her fingers there. Didn't really get the point she wanted to on that possession. Mason will serve. Lopez up 3. Volleyball came down very fast to Elani. Some dancing done by Lopez, number 35. Elnita Rodriguez excited after the last point for Lopez.
Oh, we do have some of our football players that just showed up in the corner, come out to support their fellow schoolmates, classmates, family, all things probably after practice. So that's good to see. I know my son and his football buddies are on their way to a high school volleyball game after practice, and it's always good for entire school camaraderie.
Definitely, because these girls are always at the football games. They're actually cheerleading. They're the loudest ones sometimes, so cool to see them come back and pay the efforts.
I know that there are a few and probably a number of girls that do both volleyball and cheer. So when you factor that in and you think about the hours and time committed to after school activities and athletics, these girls are putting in the work. They're putting in the overtime, the extra hours. So.
And you even said during lunch.
Yeah, the volleyball during lunch. Yep.
Madison Sheldon will start off this point as the Hawks are down 4 as they look to climb back. That will be a point for Tulalip. Madison Sheldon converts. Not an ace, but a point. Here, Hawks down 3. Madison looking to climb the Hawks back. Puts it right in the right spot, just drops fairly slow. Off the fingertips of number 14, Amaya Poole. Like I told you.
iPhone. iPhone roster. We need a paper copy of rosters in the booth, please.
Actually went to the coach. Coach Carey was generous enough to let me use hers, and that was her only copy. So I got to make sure I got a picture.
In the future, Dom, I think I know a guy that works at this school that has keys to a copy machine.
I'll make sure I hit him up.
More than happy to find that guy and make sure he helps you out.
Got to make sure I let everyone know that was my fault. Hey, Lonnie gets it over. Tulalip punches it in to make it a 10-10 game here in the 3rd set. The game is not over as Elani just skyrockets it over defenders.
Yeah, you know, these girls are down 2-0, 2 games to nothing, and they're competing, going volley for volley still, out here working hard.
Almost looked like a set play there. 2 sisters involved on that play. Lily will stay in. Janisha subs out. Kylona Freiberg comes in. Number 8, Lyric Rad will be out of bounds. Kylona Freiberg will serve. Number 3, Kylona Freiberg, who's a junior, sends it up. Some communication issue there. Rayleigh and Lily.
I could not see what happened. I had a camera right in my way.
Oh, well, what happened here, I'm joking. The ball, yeah, Lily and Rayleigh just right in between them in the zone.
Kind of like those baseball pop flies.
Yeah.
You got it, and then it just drops.
Yep, exactly.
That'll happen.
Were you a baseball guy? Play baseball?
Yeah, that would be my sport that I spent the most time around. Not necessarily a baseball fan, so to speak. I haven't followed. I mean, I followed the Mariners enough, but I don't sit down and watch every Mariners game or anything like that. Although it is the excitement of Seattle, the Mariners, and then the Cal Rally thing. It's cool to watch. I just don't have time.
Yeah.
I don't have time to sit and watch a 3-hour baseball game with 3 kids, and baseball also, like, admittedly, it's a boring sport. 7th, 8th, and 9th inning, that's when it gets fun and exciting. Check in. But 1 through 6, like, unless you're watching a dude throwing 105 miles an hour, like, yeah.
I could see where that comes from. Mariners are definitely one of those sports you could put on, you could do something, which I've admired. But I gotta say though, there's a lot of Mariner fans here, listening, probably just tuning in. But I think the key word of the week for Seattle is the word clinch, C-L-I-N-C-H.
Yep.
I don't think I've heard the word clinch been said more in my life than this past week. Exciting times here in Seattle, as it is an exciting time here.
Exciting time here in Game 3. The Lady Hawks pull ahead.
Yes. Tulalip 14, Lopez 13, and it was just off the hand of Rayleigh. Will still be it will be a 2-point game. Lopez, number 17. Betty Burt to serve. Tulalip. Lobos will score to make it a 1-point game. Lopez up 1.
Well, if you can keep it close through 20, 21, 22 points, like this rally scoring, it could be anybody's game still, right? Like We just got to find a way to keep it close through the next 4 or 5 points.
Elani comes in for Kylona Freiberg.
The defensive specialist, the libero.
Yes. For those of you who don't know volleyball lingo, that's usually the person, like Matt said, the defensive person who will be making most of the dives.
And I think, correct me if I'm wrong, they can do everything except for they're never going to be in the server spot.
Okay.
Is that,
That makes sense.
I think.
I think I've heard liberos can never serve, which would make sense.
Or maybe there's a free substitution thing. I really don't know.
Or I believe they're the person who doesn't have to rotate. They can always stay where they are.
Oh, they can always stay where they're at in the rotation, huh?
Some frustration here as the ball didn't look to be out. Lily Jefferson definitely let the line judge know that was out. And Lopez takes advantage as they will serve. Madison goes to Elani and Rayleigh.
Okay, I don't know why we're sitting here trying to figure this out. We have computers in the world at our fingertips.
Yeah, okay, let's
Yours
see.
is occupied with our team's roster. I can look it up on Google. In high school volleyball, libero is a defensive specialist who wears a different colored jersey, specializes in passing and serve, receive, and can only play in the back row. Liberos cannot block or attack the ball if it is above the net. And their free substitutions don't count against the team's normal substitution limits. So they're limited to the back row. They can't play in an offensive role, can't attack the ball at the net. So there is the definition of a libero.
Okay, so you're basically, like you said, defensive specialist. So you have to fly around. Madison sets it up for the second hand. Rayleigh gets it over. Number 3 just doesn't make the jump there for Lopez. Number 3, Ruby Salzman, wanted to get the jump over the net. You can see here on the replay, just didn't really go. You see here, Tulalip does a great job volleying it back. Lopez gets it back, and they try to set up number 3 here, but just doesn't really make the mark.
And as we see, we're serving the defensive specialist. Libero comes out on the defensive side of the ball now, whether or not she'll go back in.
Tulalip's still in this game. If they just get some momentum here after this serve by Lopez, they could climb back into this game in this third set. Another miscommunication. Madison and Rayleigh, miscommunication on the front.
We're gonna have to maintain our composure, positive attitude, and get a couple of points here.
All it takes is one.
Just
Will
too
be
much.
out. All it takes is one solid point to come back into the game, especially like this. Within reach here, Lopez 22, Tulalip 16.
There's our one.
There it is.
There's our one.
The table has been set to come back in this game here in the third set. Here, Francis J. Sheldon Court fans putting their phones down to watch this last set here as Tulalip's down 5, looking to climb back.
There's 2.
There is 2. Ace set. Madison doing a great job getting the crowd involved even.
Oh, and we got our own volleyball cheerleaders from the bench here. Wonderful participation from our bench. Oh, and she touched it. That is another point. That's 3 in a row for us.
3 in a row. Like I said, the table set. Parents calling for you to come down.
Ayla Martin-Williams serving for the Lady Hawks right now. All she has to do is put the ball in play.
Yes.
You just have to make sure you can put it in play. Nice job there.
A libero for Lopez gets it over. They will tip it. Lopez just gets right over the net. Doesn't waste their time with other hits. They just attack. Number 6 for Lopez will serve. Mason. Sathel. Heritage.
Nice tip there by Rayleigh. Block, block, block.
Will be out of bounds. Sauceman does a great job just making sure to watch the ball go out of bounds. Secures the point for the Lobos. This will be game point for Lopez Island. Hawks can still climb back. It is game point. The volleyball weighs a different amount in game point.
There we go. Madison pointing to the scoreboard there, jumping up and down in excitement.
It is still.
She's the one.
Madison also had a great serve session last time she was up. I believe she had 4 consecutive. Graylee. Just off Lily's wrists. That will commence the game as Lopez take this one 25-20. Lopez wins 3 sets to 0.
Definitely a good effort, third game, third set there for our girls. 20-25 isn't a bad score. But the smiles on their faces all throughout the night, which I really like to see. Really like to see that attitude and that effort. Sportsmanship, here we go, as you see. I don't have any stats or anything like that. I don't even know what kind of stats we talk about in volleyball, but as always, Dom, great to be here with you.
Always a great time, Matt. Thanks again. We will see you guys next time. Friday night, we'll be hosting Charles Wright. Be sure to tune in. Next time, Dominic Joseph.
Matt Tate.
Hoi.